belongs. He's always by my side. Are faithful. God is faithful. God is faithful. I couldn't figure out how to run that song with this program, so I hope that came through okay. I'm going to turn that down. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, beautiful souls. Happy Sunday, Kim. Hello, hello. Hope that song came through where you could hear it. Really is beautiful. And actually, I'm just going to tell you the name of that song because you should go listen to it. It's called Passion. Whom shall I fear? God of angel armies is here to protect us. And it is from Chris Tomlin. A great song to listen to during this time of uncertainty. If God is for us, who can be against us? Yes? Like, this is amazing. This is a time of pause. Oh, good. Thank you, Kim. I'm so glad you could hear it. This is a time of pause. This is a time to slow down. This is a time to really listen to what God has to say for you, what God has for you, what God has in store for you, right? There's all of this uncertainty that is happening right now. And I want to say to you, dear soul, focus on what you want in your life. Don't focus on what you don't want. When we focus on what we don't want, we get more of what we don't want. It is absolute law of attraction. Yes? Absolutely. So if we focus on what we want to focus on our health and our wealth and our abundance and our love. That is what we get more of. I'm Stacie Overman. If you are just catching this as your first live, welcome. Welcome to our beautiful group. So really focusing your energy on what you want, focusing that your family, you are safe and healthy and everything is good, right? Like, in our own home, we can get caught up in the fear and the media. And I'm going to encourage you to turn the media off. There is other types of media out there that can keep you informed on what you need to know without being in a fear mode. So let's focus on the love. Let's focus on reconnecting with the people that you normally don't have time to reconnect. There's amazing things that you can do out there, right? Like, I've been FaceTiming my parents more. I'm going to be FaceTiming my sisters today. Hopefully they can catch the call. But take this opportunity to reach out to people that you don't normally have time to reach out to. Facebook has an amazing thing where you can do group video calls in your messenger. You could, I don't even know how many you could have on there, but I think you can have like, I don't know, at least 5 or so. You could have family meetings. You could have family worship. You could do family prayer together or friendship circles. Get creative and reach out to those that need you. Reach out to those that are needing your light. Get creative. So many of you in here are spiritual leaders. I've talked to a few of you on the phone over the last couple of weeks and inspired you to step out, play bigger, shine your light, right? Just because we're stuck at home does not mean that we cannot influence and help others, right? You can reach out. You can be the voice of love, the voice of knowing that they're not alone. And if you're alone and you're by yourself in your house, reach out to people. Let them know, hey, I would love to talk with you on the phone. I would love to video chat with you. Let's connect. This is a time to go through and reconnect and enjoy the pause, right? Some of the other things that I have on my notes that I want to share today is when we are serving the will of God, when we are serving the will of God, yes, notice others in need. Yes, Kim. When we're serving the will of God and we are leaning into the faith, right? The faith of a mustard seed. We all have been gifted that from God. It's all within us. Sometimes folks will go a little bit overboard and be like, well, because I'm serving God and I've got the faith of God, like I'm immune to whatever it is, right? If I'm going to jump off the cliff, God's going to save me. That's not the case. When you lean into that measure of faith that God has given you, good morning, you need to also lean into the gift of wisdom. Yes? We all have the gift of wisdom. We just know what we know, and we don't know why we know it. Yeah, we know it. You need to lean into the gift of wisdom. And what I mean by this is you're not necessarily immune to what's happening in the world. Yes. So when we are social distancing, social distance and do your due diligence to help the humanity, to help the human race, right? You're not invincible. We have a human body. We're a soul having a human experience. And so in this time, ask yourself, am I in danger? Ask yourself, am I being threatened? Ask yourself, am I being mistreated? If you're not being one of those things, then stay put. Relax. Enjoy the pause moment, right? Don't try to just ignore what's happening out there. Use your gift of wisdom. We all have it. That's a supernatural gift that we were all blessed with coming into this experience. Good morning, Catherine. And so be smart, right? Like if you need food, go get food. But other than that, stay home. Enjoy the pause. Enjoy some prayer time. Enjoy some meditation time. Enjoy just being. Part of the problem that we have in society is learning how to just be, to be in the moment, to be in the now, to be right where God wants you to be so that you can begin hearing and receiving the messages that God has for you. We're so busy doing that we never get the chance to slow down. And we wonder why we don't understand the divine messages that are landing in our lap left and right. Because we're not being still. If you're experiencing anxiety, I put a link in for my free gift. That's a PDF that you can have on your phone. It walks you step by step how to begin being still, being in the moment. I promise you, if you implement that every single day, even if it's just 3 to 5 minutes to start, maybe increase to 10, 15 if you can over time, I promise you, within 30 days, 60 days, your anxiety level is going to go down. Your health may even increase and be better. And guess what? Because you're being still and in the moment, you may even start hearing or sensing or seeing or just knowing some of these divine messages that are coming through to you, right? It's all about being still and being present with the Lord. Being still. We're not called human doers. We're called human beings. We've got to learn how to be. Good morning. Good morning. Love having everyone here. So I encourage you to welcome everything that is, the will of God, right? The will of God. This is a time to slow down. This is a time to use your supernatural gift of wisdom. This is a time to use your faith that God has given each one of us. This is a time to slow down and just be. Just pause, just give gratitude, give thanks, and listen. Kim says, I've been able to tap in so much easier to others. Yes, Your supernatural gifts are going to increase the more you slow down, the more you pause, the more you journal, the more you meditate, the more you just allow yourself to be turned off from media, turned off from all these distractions. The more distracted you are, the harder it is to understand divine messages. So let's see. I have a couple other things here I wanted to share with you. This whole virus thing, it's a wake-up call, right? It's a wake-up call. It's a worldwide awakening. Worldwide awakening. And 2 years ago, I was channeling messages about a wave coming and about a change coming and about the 3D world moving into the 5D world. I had all these channeled messages coming through that the new earth was coming. The new earth was coming. The big things were coming. Big things were coming. We've been being enlightened and dripped, marketed basically from the divine that something big was coming. And here it is, right? We sometimes don't know in the midst of when we're getting the messages, what the messages are really for or what they pertain to. So here 2 years later, hello, awakening, a big one. And it doesn't mean that our earth is changing or going to split into a second earth. Like, don't get me wrong there. It's not literal. It's all about shifting our frequency from 3D, from the earthly, like, here I am a body, this is a desk, this is a computer, we are 3D, shifting our vibrational frequency up into the 5D, the fifth dimension, where the angels come down to speak to me, where we can tap in and start hearing the divine messages for ourselves. And so when we do meditation, when we raise our vibration, when we listen to music, we get outside and ground, get out into nature, be in the moment, our vibrational frequency rises. And so what's happening is a worldwide shift, and all of us are now awakening. All of us are now rising, all of us. However, those that are stuck in fear, those that are focused on the media, those that are just freaking the flip out, stocking up on everything, freaking out, getting into their, cave and causing more anxiety and calling everybody else up to say, I'm so freaked out, I'm so freaked out, I'm so freaked out, right? They're going to stay in 3D until they can break free from that fear mode. They will not be able to rise up and ascend with the rest of us. And if that is you, I want you to breathe, relax. I posted a post the other day that calm is a superpower. It truly is. You create your reality. And so you have a choice. Anytime a negative thought pops up, you can replace that negative thought with something that's positive. Good morning, soul sister. Love you, Debbie. You can replace that, right? I raised my children every day they left the house. I said, make good choices. I said, make good choices, right? We all have choices. You can go down this road or you can go down this road. Make good choices. Replace those negative thoughts with something positive. It doesn't mean that a negative thought is never going to pop up into my head, because it does. When I'm in the midst of the grocery store run, I'm like, whew, I can feel the energy. I'm an empath. I could cut it with a knife. The stress level in there just sits so heavily on my chest that I just want to be like, bah! And I feel that I'm going to be sucked right into all of that energy of that fear. And I have to, in that moment, go, whoop, nope, that is not me. I did not come in the store feeling that. That is not my energy, and I'm not going to take that on. I actually pull my auric field in, make my bubble smaller so that I'm not feeling everybody and I'm not encompassing the whole ding dang store. I pull that bubble in. Ask the angels to help you pull in your auric field so that you can survive getting through the store, getting what you need, and getting out and getting back home. But you have to recognize, I did not come into the store feeling this way. That is not my energy. And you are responsible for your energy. If that is not your energy, then you need to not take it on. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to bring that energy into your auric field. You're going to bring it home. Now it's in your house. Now everybody you love's feeling that energy, and it just keeps on circling, right? And so we need to release it. Just like if you had muddy shoes or muddy boots, you're not going to walk into your house with muddy shoes and muddy boots, right? You're going to stomp those boots outside. You might even take those boots off outside and leave them outside. Yes, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You're not wanting to bring in that energy into your home. So you're responsible for that. I teach this. This is all the things that I teach step by step by step in my program. My clients are so amazing. They're like mastering their energy. They taking responsibility for their energy. They know how to handle it. I love this. I'm so proud of them. And they're amazing. And a few of them are on here right now, Debbie and Kim, I see, and Catherine. So just like muddy boots, you're not going to bring this energy into your house. So as you get home, even before you come into your front door, shake it, right? Like shake your energy, shake it off, flick it into the earth to be healed. Let it go into the light. Ask them, set your intention. I'm going to clear my auric field, just like you're scooping all that stuff out of your auric field. Shake it off. Let it go into the light to be healed, and then walk in your door, right? We're going to wash our hands. We're going to wash and cleanse our aura too. Let that go. Don't take that into your house. When the call started, I was doing saging the energy. My intention was saging the energy of even everyone that watches this video. I was burning sage. Sage is a great thing to remove any negative energies that are in your space, in your auric field, in your home. And so take responsibility for the energy you're feeling, right? If you're the one that's in that fear mode and freaking out, you, dear one, need to slow down. You need to stop focusing on what's not going well and start focusing on what is going well. I had my grandson for over a week. I just got him back to his mama yesterday. And it was a little stressful having a 4-year-old and doing coaching and doing live videos. But you know, the things that I was grateful for was I had my grandson. And he's healthy and happy. We baked cookies and like things I don't normally do anymore these days. We made cookies and we played games and we did chalk art outside, and no one was outside. So he rode his bike all over and I got to walk outside every day. It got me outside because sometimes I don't get outside. I sit in this desk and I work. And it really helped me to focus on being in the moment. So if you've got kids at home or you've got family at home, do something that you don't normally do. If you're where the weather is nice, get outside. Get outside in nature and do something that you don't normally have time to do. And the funny thing is, like with my business, I already work from home, so I'm already social distanced, and it's not really any different for me. So it's kind of business as usual. And I actually kind of think, God, I wish that like I had a week off, but I know that I'm here to share this light and encourage you all. So I'm happy about that, right? So I'm going to focus on the things that bring me joy, the things that bring me happiness. And I encourage you to do the same. Focus on the good things. Focus on the good things and quit focusing on the bad things that we have absolutely no control over except for distancing ourselves, right? Prayer, meditation, grounding, being in the now, being in the moment, focusing on you for a change. Maybe it's taking that beautiful bubble bath that you don't normally get to take. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, I love this. I'm kind of all over the board today. But when times are uneasy and tough, right? I think about when I was pregnant with my daughter. Now, mind you, this is 20 some years ago. I was so excited to be pregnant, so excited. And oh my gosh, that whole pregnancy, I was ill. smells, food, everything. I was sensitive up the wazoo. I couldn't hold anything down. For the first month I was good, but the whole 8 months after that was not so good. I was swelling. I had a low iron in my body. So I was super tired. I was swelling. My back hurt. I had to pee all the time, right? Women, if you've been pregnant, you know what I'm talking about. And the thing about being pregnant is there's a miracle growing inside of you. God has something so profound that's going to be birthing through you into this world. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. It isn't a piece of cake. It is tough. It is not easy to be pregnant, and it is not easy to give birth. And then we have this miracle that abounds. So if we look at pregnancy like we look at tough things in life, right? God has amazing things in store for you. Amazing things, miracles, so much in store for you. And when we go through these dark times or scary times or times of uncertainty, things that are going to get worse before they get better, don't give up, because there is a miracle about to happen. There is something amazing being birthed through you. And it is going to get worse before it gets better, right? Just like giving birth to a baby. It isn't a piece of cake. But then we have this beautiful miracle that we can hold in our arms or see or experience. It's the same kind of idea when we're going through a really tough time. So whether this is a tough time for you, or whether you're experiencing something at a job or a relationship, or just like you're in a dark place right now, just in general, God has some amazing things in store for you. And I ask you, do not give up. It is going to get worse before it gets better, but it's going to be amazing. The really great things do not come easy. It takes a lot of work. It takes heartache sometimes and pain sometimes. I went through breast cancer. I lost a husband. I lost my home. I lost almost everything I owned. And I have come back from all of that. Thank you. Yeah, good analogy, right? Like, yeah, it is. And I have come back, and here I am sharing the word of God and sharing this light and love and getting spiritual leaders to step up and be who they came here to be, right? It got worse. And I thought to myself at times, like, God, I don't want this to get any worse. Like, don't ask if it's going to get any worse. But know that God is birthing something amazing within you. And you, dear one, have an amazing purpose here on this life. This too shall pass. We will get through this. This is an amazing time for you to go within and start doing the work to remove the hurts and remove anything that's holding you back. I think that was about all I wrote down. Yes. So this is a great time for that. Go within. Journal. Pray. Meditate. Ground. Get out in nature. Do your part of distancing, but reach out to others. If you're alone, let people know that you need a call. I need to talk to someone, right? And maybe if you're in a home with a lot of other family members and you're going stir crazy because you're not used to being in tight quarters 24/7 with them, get in the bathroom and lock the door and have a beautiful candlelight bath. If you've got Epsom salts, put the Epsom salts in. It's going to clear all the negative energies that's within you. You know, the negative energies in your auric field, the negative energies that are stuck to you. Amen. This too shall pass. Yes. Have a beautiful salt bath. Put on some beautiful meditative music. I pulled a couple angel cards today to end our session. Thank you, Kim. And the angel cards that came up says, Archangel Jophiel says, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. This is the beautiful card. And the second one says, spiritual understanding. Archangel Raziel, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So many of you are saying, I've got ringing in my ears. I'm seeing synchronicities left and right. The numbers are just showing up like crazy. Like, what do I do with all this? Dear one, these are upgrades. These are downloads. These are prepping you for the next step. Synchronicities that you're seeing are little love bombs from your spirit team telling you you're on the right path. Keep following me. Keep following me. And they're also saying to step out and start figuring out this remembering. A spiritual awakening is also referred to as a spiritual remembering. You already know everything. It's just clearing away the stuff that's blocking you from understanding it. It's getting you to a space to remember. All of my clients that fast track this process in my coaching programs, I always hear them say, wow, this feels or sounds so familiar. I feel like I knew this. And I'm here to say, yes, you did. Yes, you do. You know this. You know this to be true to your soul. Trust and allow. Yes, Debbie. I say that in every video, and it takes about 6 weeks for people to start going, oh, now I get it. Now I understand what you mean by trust and allow. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. And so we all have this within us, right? We've got a piece of God within us. We've got the I am and the all that is all connected to us, to our soul. We have everything we need. Life has gotten in our way. Trauma, drama, things that have happened to us. And I'm not saying that life is a bowl of cherries, because we've all had crappy things happen to us. And things just get in our way. And we've got to learn how to remove those, how to heal those, how to transmute those. And my coaching program, it's like we get on the jet and we fast track this, right? Because it could take you 10 years. It could take you 20 years. It took me a long time to figure all of this stuff out. And I have put everything together so you can fast track and learn this quicker, sooner than later, right? I'm going to be 51 next month. Holy cow. Like, I wouldn't want to wait 20 more years to learn all this. So reach out to me if that sounds like something you'd like to do. Catherine says, do you think children are processing all of this more naturally? That's a great question. I have not tapped into that. I would imagine that it would be a little easier for them, because I almost feel like we're catching up to them, if that makes sense. I had a beautiful conversation with my 4-year-old grandson this last week. This was not prompted upon my behalf at all, And he just out of the blue starts talking about a broken heart. And so I just was asking him questions. Tell me more. What are you talking about? And this little 4-year-old mentality just melted my heart. And he says, we have to be in our heart brain. These are his words. We have to be in our heart brain. And then he points to his head, not here. And he goes back down to his heart space and he says, in our heart brain. And I says, what happened? I asked him, what happens if we're not in our heart brain? And he looks at me with such sincerity and he says, Grandma, we'll have broken heart. From the mouth of babes, drop into your heart space, drop into your heart brain. We need to all be there. I teach this. We can't be up in our brain, in our mental space all the time, because that gets in our way. If we're going to truly come from a space of love and come from a space of our soul and our higher self connected space. That is the heart brain. My little 4-year-old says the heart brain, right? That's the heart space. We have got to drop into the heart brain, quoted from my grandson. Heart brain, yes. We've got to be there. Our ego is up in the mind chatter, and it blocks us from so much of that love that we can give and receive and understand and trust and allow come through. We've got to be in that heart space. But I would imagine that kids are going to move through this a little bit quicker and easier, especially the younger ones, just because I think they're ahead of us already. Oh, yes, totally, Linda. I hope this was helpful for all of you. And I'm just going to reiterate the song that I had playing at the beginning in case you'd like to jump over to YouTube and watch it. I'm not affiliated by any means, but it's called Passion. Whom Shall I Fear? God of Angel Armies. And it's by Chris Tomlin. I just love that. Whom shall I fear? If God is for us, then who is against us, right? We're all forming unity right now. Why? Because we all have the same enemy, and it is that unseen enemy. But God, with God, we can get through this. Yes? So this is a great place to be as a worldwide coming together with unity, coming together because we all are dealing with the same thing. So reach out, be loving, drop into your heart brain, come from a place of your heart, ask what would love do, and go out and do that. Go out and do that. Use your gift of wisdom to do what's right and lean into that faith. We all have it. God gave you a mustard seed of faith within you. Every single one of you have that faith. Focus on the faith, focus on healing, focus on love, and turn the media off because it's not going to do you any good. With all things, yes, with God, all things are possible. Absolutely, Debbie. I love you. If no one has said that, I'm looking right at you. I love you. Have a blessed and beautiful rest of the week. Reach out if I can help. You spiritual leaders, I would really love to get you some more inspiration if you need some help on how to get out there bigger, quicker, faster. We've got to share this light like no other. So do that. Mwah. Angel blessings. Until the next video, we will see you soon. Bye for now.